Hello everyone, this is vickieverlie. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly Tarotscopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading.
Libra.
Hello Libra, and welcome to your April 2014 Tarotscope and mini astrology reading. Okay, let's just jump right in. I'm going to start to shuffle up the cards and see what wants to come out of the deck for Libra, April 2014. Okay, I've got a couple cards here. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is looking pretty nice, actually. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Wow. Okay. This is a very nice spread overall. There's a few obstacles, but for the most part, this is going to be a nice month for you. And the other thing I want to point out is look at all the rods here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. So almost half the cards in the deck are rods. Now rods, in April, we are going to be in Aries for a good part of the month. So that'd be the first part of the month. I think a lot of this is really happening for you. Secondly, rods are action. Rods are making things happen, starting into action. It's fire, it's action, it's lighting a fire under yourself, getting going. So that's going to be a factor as well. Now, the Three of Pentacles was the first card out over here. And there's a lot of meanings to that card. Sometimes I use it for schooling. But I want to say you're building something. The building part of it really is standing out to me, and his chisel here. So I want to say that you're carving out a niche. You're carving out something. You're working on this project. You're fashioning it and stylizing it to you. And it feels creative. Now, there's lots of ways to be creative. I mean, if you are involved in actual creative endeavors, then it would definitely apply to that. But it also, there's lots of ways to be creative. Creative ideas are creative. People who do the trades, building and woodworking and these type of things, that's a form of creativity too. So, we have to release this idea that creativity is always tied to the arts, because it isn't. But this is your baby. Like, you've been working on this. You've been polishing this, and you've been perfecting this, and I feel like you keep revising and going over the plans. I feel like this is a Two of Rods, is like a partnership card. And in reverse, it's saying that maybe there was a partner that you were working with. At any rate, Two of Rods in reverse is saying it's not going to work out with at least that particular partner. And the reason is, I feel like they don't really get it. They don't share your vision. That's what I want to say. It's not that they're a bad person, or that they have necessarily, like, I'm right and you're wrong. It's not like that. You guys just aren't on the same page. And you have put so much time and effort into this, and I feel like you've been visualizing this in your head a lot too, that you've been working on this in your head. So if it's like your novel, it's already written in your head. It's just a matter of getting it down there. And like, this person might want to take it in a completely different direction that's not befitting. It's way getting off the course for your vision that you have for it. Also, I feel like there's some element of this being unusual, but I feel like in the long run, that's what is good about it. And I'm feeling like whoever this person is, they're like, well, that's not the way it's done. It's always been done this way, and this is the way it's done. Or that format'll never fly. This is the They want to go with the tried and true. And you have this unique thing that you want to do with this. And I think this is going to be the way to go. This is the way to success. And I also feel like they're not really that creative, whoever this person is. Because obviously they're narrow-minded. They've kind of got blinders on. So maybe this is some kind of creative project, and this is the investor. And it's like, well, you got to have this kind of business plan. This is the business model that we always go by, and blah, blah, blah. But you know that this can work, and you know that people want this thing, or they want to see this kind of art, or it's just your true expression, and you've got to see it through. So this person this initial partnership probably isn't going to work. It's probably on the way out. But the rest of the cards are so fabulous that I would not be worrying 1 minute about that. You got the wish card here that says your wish is coming true. Not only is the wish card playing out your wish is coming true, it's a card of opulence and abundance and success. Success beyond your wildest dreams or beyond what you need. He's got food and clothing. He's got fine clothing, and he's got storage for the winter. So he's getting everything he strived for and more. So not only is this going to be able to sustain you, it's going to give you excess. This is a card of having more than you need, in a good way. So your needs are met and beyond that as well. And again, there's some kind of news coming in fire. And again, it shows here in fire. So Aries, before we get to, I should have looked that up. I'm going to tell you right now, when that is. When the sun is going to move into Taurus on the 20th. Okay, so before the 20th, this should pop for you before the 20th. News is coming. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, so it almost looks like, I'm just going to scoot this down here so we can see it better. This is, I feel like this is all connected, but the news coming, and then it points to 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So that's almost like an investor does back out, or we don't have enough money or anything. But then I just feel like it shifts again, and we do. With 10 of Cups in the world, it is going to, all's well that ends well, I'll tell you that. And it all starts from here. I just feel like it all starts from here. This is where you start, and this is where you end up. Now the world is huge. So this guy, I say guy, but it could be a female too. This person is thinking real small. They don't see the big scope. They're not the right person to be attached to this project because they can only take it so far anyway, and they're very much in a box, I want to say. So they're not the right match for you anyway. Something else is coming. It's a little tricky with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So there could be two things. Like first, somebody says, no, we can't give you the financing, or no, we can't give you the loan. But then something else pops in, and then it's just you're overjoyed, you're happy, it's the world, and it's going to take it to a bigger level than the world is reaching beyond what you've hoped for, and especially with Wish card and the world being in the same spread. You're there and beyond. So you've set a goal for yourself. Oh, well, like say you're making a film. Oh, I just want to get it into the local film festival. Well, maybe it ends up going to, wherever, like say Sundance or one of these big, worldwide, or what's the big one over in not in Paris, but in the Riviera there every year. I'm sure somebody knows, but it's like that. And with the world too, often does refer to overseas. It often does refer to overseas or worldwide or beyond your country or your location here. So just stay true to your project here. Stay true to your art. Stay true to your vision, because you're on the right path. There's somebody here, and this person could have already been out of the picture too, but if they're not out yet, they're on their way out. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look over at this wheel here, because it is a big month and there's two eclipses. And matter of fact, the first one is occurring in Libra. Now what I do here is I put your sign on the ascendant to do the forecast, and that's how astrologers do it pretty much. The ascendant is the same thing as rising sign, basically. So if you know your rising sign and your ascendant, you may want to look at that video as well. So we have two eclipses this month. First one is on April 15th, occurring in Libra, in your sign. It is the full moon eclipse. So it is, a lot of times with the full moon eclipse, people will say something is eclipsed out of your life. And that is the case, but that's not always a bad thing. And I feel like that's not going to be a bad thing for you either. I think the obstacles are going to be eclipsed out of your life. Whatever these obstacles are over here, that's the thing that's going to be eclipsed out of your life. And the first house is you, but I also want to say it's your personal goals or whatever. And also the first house is, again, what I said in the cards about being true to yourself. So in your case, I'm feeling like it's a lot of static coming from other people. Go here. Go to your truth. Go to what you know. Follow your vision. I just want to keep saying follow your vision. Okay, then we're going to have a second eclipse on April 29th, and that's going to be in your 8th house. 8th house is other people's money. It's joint financing. If you are trying to get financing or investors, This would be a key date, April 29th, a new moon eclipse in your money house, in your joint finances, other people's money. Looking for investors, 8th house is where it's going to show up. Financial partnerships, that's where. 2nd house is your money, 8th house is other people's money or your joint finances. If this doesn't really make, if this isn't talking to you in any way, 8th house, with just going on the eclipses, 8th house is also sex. So you can meet somebody, those of you that are single, new moon eclipse in your 8th house, you could definitely meet somebody who you'd be very attracted to. There'd be a very strong physical attraction. And another thing is, when there's a lot of rods, that can represent that too. Although the rest of the cards aren't really showing as too much love cards. I'm vibing more. It's this business venture or career path or your artistic expression. But it very well could be some kind of a new romance. And for those of you that are looking for a new partner or something, April 29th, this would be a good day to get out there. Or if you want to post an online profile on one of these dating sites or whatever. New moon in your 8th house, you would find somebody. Well, 8th house isn't really a love house, but it is the sex house. But it doesn't mean that you wouldn't fall in love with them. But if sex is a big important factor, if you need that to be an important part of your relationship, not everybody does, believe it or not. Some people are happy with more of a companionship type of relationship. But you could definitely meet somebody very strong sexual attraction. And we could even take it a step further in its passion. And this is what you're passionate about, I would say. Okay, so that's about it for our little mini reading. That's kind of a glimpse into what it's like to actually have a personal reading with me. And as I said before, you can find that information below. People have been asking me about the deck, so I'm going to make a little note. I use the Hanson-Roberts deck. It's Hanson, Roberts, Roberts deck. I've been using it for years and years. I've worn out many of them. I like the coloring, and I like the Celtic design, and I like the illustrations. And also a big plus of why I went with this deck and have kept it for so long, because I have a lot of different decks, is because the size. It's a really nice size, like a regular deck of cards. It fits in your hands. You can easily, reach your fingers around and grab and shuffle, because some of these cards are very large and hard to use. Okay, so that's about it for this month of April. I want to thank everybody who's donated, and by donating, it makes it worthwhile for me to keep doing these videos. Thanks to all the new clients that I've been getting. I'm really enjoying meeting new people. Thank you for watching, commenting, sharing my videos, and spreading the word. That's really helped me out a lot too, and I really appreciate it. This is vickieverlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon. What is Orgonite? Originally discovered in the 1930s by Wilhelm Reich, orgone energy, or etheric energy, is present in living things, including the human body. Reich proposed that illness occurs when our etheric body is out of balance, and that positive orgone energy could realign the etheric field, thus facilitating healing and balance of one's life force, chi or prana. It has since been scientifically proven that energy called piezoelectricity, meaning electricity resulting from pressure, is created by the compression of certain materials such as quartz crystals, wood, salt, sugar, ceramics, and bones. As the resin cures in an orgonite piece, it shrinks and compresses the organic matter contained within. The energy emitted creates a positive energy generator. You really can feel the energy coming forth from these pieces. Orgonite clears the air and neutralizes negative emotions as well as electronic clutter from our high-tech devices. Each orgonite piece is lovingly hand-created using intuitive pairing of materials to enhance and raise vibration and aid in ascension and a spiritual awakening. I use materials from nature, including the bark from a sacred willow for grounding, and gold flakes to emulate the golden light basking down from the higher dimensions. Visit my Etsy shop for a wide selection of handmade orgone pieces, especially designed for spiritual growth, including heart opening, chakra alignment and activation, and more. Visit www.orgoneenergyflow.etsy.com to see more beautiful orgone pieces. And remember, you are love and beauty incarnate.